Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you may be. Okay, so unless I happen to see something pop up at the last minute, this will be the last trailer for the day, the big one, if you will. Had Marvel's What If earlier, the second trailer, and Marvel adjacent, if you will. We have Madam Web from Sony. From their Spider-Man universe. No longer called, what was it called before? Spunk. Uh, Spider-Man universe of Marvel characters. Yada yada yada. But so our Spider-Man lists universe, I'm guessing, which is with along in the vein of Venom and Morbius and Craven, which comes out next year as well. I'm not sure if Madam Web still comes out next year or not. We'll see. But anyway, so yeah, this is one of the things when it was first announced. I was just like, Madam Web, really? You know, Especially thinking of the old typical Madam Web, Cassandra Web, old and confined to her chair and stuff. But apparently, we're going with uh and then from what I heard, I thought seemed like the Julia Carpenter, who was Spider Woman and became yeah, is that right? Madam Web, well, one of them, the version, but and there have been also other spider people in that orbit as well. And then I heard supposedly there was a story that maybe it's kind of like a time travel story where they're trying to save Peter, or or for his parents from being killed or something like that. So I don't know. I have no idea really what we're going to get from this. There were some behind the scenes things that looked like saw some suits of some type of Spider-Man or Spider People or whatever. So let's go ahead and see what we have. And um yeah, like I said, Julie Carpenter, of course. Jessica Drew is Spider Woman 1, Julie Carpenter Spider Woman 2. There was Maddie. um Anyways, let's just go watch as I'm trying to remember all the various Spider People. So here we go.
Hey, come on. Get your stuff. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's try that again.
A week ago, I spent my life racing against time,
I'm gonna help you out today, okay?
trying to save people who were running out of it.
Jesse!
Until one moment changed everything.
Come on! Welcome back to the land of the living.
I don't understand what's happening.
I've been having visions.
I knew he was gonna die.
I think I'm seeing the future.
New York City's a whole new level of crazy these days.
What do you want from me? What do you want?
New York City's a whole new level of crazy these days.
This is an emergency. Get off the train.
That man's trying to kill you.
Why?
Who are you? What is going on? I can see the future.
Oh, what the hell?
She didn't see that coming?
That's not how it works.
I've seen that man before.
So who is he?
Ezekiel Sims. He was in the Amazon with my mom when she was researching spiders right before she died.
Wait, I recognize you. You live in my building.
You're the paramedic.
Yeah, you almost ran me over.
You don't think this is weird? How we're all connected?
It's honestly like the least weird thing that's happened all day.
What do you want from me?
You have no idea what those girls are called.
Why don't you want from me?
I think he can see into the future.
What are you want from me?
trying to change what happens. Julia, get down!
Why aren't you scared of me? Why do you care for me?
Your future was almost so different.
Where do we go?
If you want to live, you have to trust me.
Get ready. Now!
You're showing off.
Maybe a little.
Okay, coming soon, no date. Huh. Well, yeah, let's go back through here for a minute. Not gonna watch the whole thing.
Who are you? What is going on?
New York City is a whole new level of crazy these days.
This is an emergency. Get off the train.
That man's trying to kill you.
What?
Who are you? What is...
All right. So first of all, we have where are we at? Ezekiel trying to get Ezekiel.
New York City is a whole new level of crazy these days.
This is an emergency. Get off the train.
That man's trying to kill you.
What?
Who are you? What?
Okay. And I can't get a screen grab with it, but in the black Spider-Man like suit. Hold on. Okay. Now if I remember right from the comics, Ezekiel, I can't remember if it was Sims or not, was, a much older guy. But after different things had happened with Peter, he, taught Peter about the spider totems and whatnot. It was because of Morlun, the like psychic vampires that hunted spider people and all that, which is kind of confusing. So that's the first I was like, is that supposed to be Morlun but Ezekiel as he's coming from him? So that's interesting. At first I thought maybe it was like a version of Kane, or one of the alternate Scarlet Spiders. But anyways, so let's see what we got here.
What is going on?
I can see the future.
Oh,
What the hell?
she didn't see that coming?
That's not how it works.
I've seen that man before.
So who is he?
Ezekiel Sims. He was in the Amazon with my mom when she was researching spiders right before she died.
Wait, I recognize you. You live in my building.
You're the paramedic. Yeah, you almost ran me over.
You don't think this is weird? How we're all connected?
It's honestly like the least weird thing that's happened all day.
What do you want from me?
You have no idea what those girls are coming.
Why don't you
Okay, so yeah, okay, let's look at these here.
Weird thing that's happened all day.
What do you want from me?
You have no idea what those girls are coming.
Why don't
Okay, first we have Julia. Hold
Those girls.
on. Okay, so yeah, Julia Carpenter, basically kind of a black suit, kind of reminiscent of Spidey's black suit, or the symbiote suit, if you will, with kind of psionic powers. Okay, so where are these other two?
Idea what those girls are coming.
why don't you
So is she supposed to be, if I remember right, names was it Maddie, who's Aranya? Or does okay, and then we have her, which seems more like I just don't know what is. Okay, let's.
Why don't you run from me?
I think he can see
Legs.
into the future.
What are you wondering?
He's trying to
Okay,
change
so
what
it's
happens.
psionic.
Julia, get down!
Why aren't you scared of me? Why do you care for me?
Your future was almost so different.
Where do we go?
If you want to live,
Okay, now I'm curious. I mean, look.
Different.
Where do we go?
Okay, so they have spiders, on their suits. So
if you want to live, you have to trust me.
Get ready. Now!
You're showing off.
Maybe a little.
huh.
For me, why do you know?
Trying to remember if they
Hey!
have a name here.
Come on. Get your stuff. Let's go.
Let's try that again.
Like I said, this whole mechanic.
A week
is kind
ago,
of
I spent
odd.
my life racing against time,
I'm gonna help you out today, okay?
trying to save people who were running out of it.
Cassie!
Until one
Okay, Cassie, so Cassandra. Okay. That was one thing. Sorry for the whole having to go back again for like the third time, but I just wanted to make sure. Okay, so Dakota Johnson is playing Cassandra Webb. Like I said, instead of her being the old Cassandra Webb, who has precognition and whatnot, tap into the web of life. We have the younger version here with Dakota Johnson, and so like I said, I guess she can again see into the future, and because of that, she uses that ability as a paramedic trying to help people. Comes in contact with these three girls, which I find it interesting. That is three girls, but that's fine, you know. I mean, and the reason I say that is, rather than it be one person or even two, I mean, three is just kind of like, okay. And, and like I said, it looks like, so it's supposed to be a version of Julia Carpenter, who was the second Spider-Woman. And again, I'm not sure about the other two. I'm guessing one is supposed to be a version of Aranya. Again, if for some reason I'm remembering her first name is Maddie. But that might be wrong. I mean, again, I have all these comics upstairs, that in a box that I haven't read in decades, so it's just kind of like, I think I kind of need a refresher at some point, probably. And like I said, as far as the black girl with spider legs out and everything, I'm not sure who that's supposed to be. Unless she's supposed to be a version of Aranya, which, again, at first Aranya's whole thing was, she had like this thing she threw, and then she got like this carapace, kind of like Blue Beetle but different. And what was I gonna say for the other one, who I'm thinking is Aranya? If it wasn't her, maybe it was. Like I said, my brain is just kind of fried. So, anyways, so again, we have another Spider-Man adjacent movie, Spider-Man characters, no Spider-Man. And like I said, I guess the stuff that kind of hearing before, that maybe it might be again a time travel thing to try to save Peter. Unless this is like this is just the first 30 minutes of the movie, and then it goes into something like that. I guess was completely fabricated. So we'll see whenever we get another trailer. I just I just don't know quite what to think. So, like, of course, Venom. When Venom came out, as many people say, how can you make a Venom movie without Spider-Man, without that connection? I mean, they made a decent Venom movie, without it. Again, Let There Be Carnage. We're not really talking about that. Again, there were some good things in there. There were a lot of possibilities in there, but anyways, Morbius. Again, I thought Morbius had a lot of potential. I mean, I like Jared Leto as Michael Morbius, and like the first half of the movie, that was decent. And then when his friend, which again I the character Matt Smith played, I'm forgetting what the character's name was right now, but when it went to that whole thing, he became a vampire too, and all that. It kind of went off the rails, you know, and that whole vulture thing. Don't even get me started with that. But anyways, and then we have Craven coming up, which again, a villain who, like Venom, even though Venom's, after being Spider-Man's nemesis for a good long while, became basically an anti-hero, and they had different versions of him. But Eddie Brock, I'm saying, they just made him the hero, anti-hero from the beginning in the Venom movies. Morbius again, was a kind of pseudo villain, anti-hero, antagonist to Spider-Man, and then became a sometimes ally. So, again, that's all fine and everything. Craven has pretty much always been a villain, as far as his hunt and everything. At least I think maybe if there was a turn, because there was the period of, I was out of comics for a bit. So before Sergei was killed, I believe, and I know that he has a son and stuff in the comics, but maybe there was some redemption before then. And in the animated series, he hunted Spider-Man at first, but then he kind of became an ally when the mutation hit and other stuff. So as we saw in the trailer for Craven, we have this hunter, but he's a hunter of hunters, basically. So it's kind of like, and again, well, as we have with all of these, the question has always been, are we going to get any Spider-Man connection? Now, again, obviously, at the end of Let There Be Carnage, we had the reference to the end of Far From Home, going into No Way Home, and then again, we see him at the end of No Way Home being sent back to the Venomverse, or whatever it is, or whatever universe these, I guess, are. Again, Morbius and Venom seem to be connected. I mean, in the same universe. I'm assuming Craven is going to be, and this Madam Web. And again, I just don't. Excuse me. I just really don't know what to make of this movie. Looking at this trailer, will I see it? Yes. But am I excited? Not really. Again, when Venom came out, I was dubious, but I was excited to see it. When Morbius came out, like I said, I was a little dubious because of Let There Be Carnage, but I went to see it, and like I said, I mean, what was it, a great movie? No, but it wasn't terrible. Craven, I like Aaron Taylor Johnson, so there's that. So I mean, yes, I'll see it, obviously, because it's Marvel, Sony Marvel. And this, will I see it? Yes. I just, on the levels of enthusiasm, it's down here. And like I said, maybe the next trailer will wow me, and I'll be like, oh, okay. And maybe we will have some more threads and connection through the web of fate, web of life, if you will, to the greater sorry, Spider-Verse. But yeah, just looking at this, I'm just kind of like, as Chris Carr from the John Campea show says for why. I mean, when I heard about this movie, when they first announced it, I was like, for why? Why are we doing this? And just from this first trailer, I'm still kind of like, why? But, you know, here's hoping Sony has some grand master plan. Again, you know, obviously the Spider-Man movies that they've done with Marvel have been great. You know, even before the MCU, you know, Spider-Man 1 and 2, great movies. Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man, okay. Amazing Spider-Man 2, so I mean they've had decent to greatness, and of course, like I said, um, Homecoming, Far From Home, No Way Home, great. Into the Spider Verse, Across the Spider Verse, amazing. Venom 1, really good. Venom 2, Leatherby Carnage, Morbius, eh. And so, like I said, we will see with Craven how that ends up. Um, again, from the trailer, again, I'm interested. I'm interested in seeing it, but not like ultra interested. And this, like I said, I have no idea what this is, where this is going. You know, other than, like I said, the connection to the names of, you know, Cassie, Cassandra Webb, Julia Carpenter, and then, like I said, the other girls. We'll see if who they are. Again, I'm pretty sure one of them is supposed to be Aranya, and the black girl, I don't know. So, of course, if anyone else knows, and I mean, I'll watch some other people's reactions, so maybe then I'll fill the gaps. But if any of y'all see this, happen to know or figured it out, or have any thoughts of what maybe the greater Sony plan are, please let me know. Because, again, I love Marvel's characters in general. I mean, like, I love DC, I love Star Wars, I love Star Trek, yada, yada, yada. Many things. So, but I don't claim to know everything by any means. So, and there's a lot of things I've forgotten as well. So, yeah, if you got any info, feel free to let me know. As always, feel free to share, subscribe. Hopefully, give me a like if you like my content, despite my rambling. Hit that little notification button so you know when I drop something new. Let me know in the comments, as I said, below what you think of the first trailer for Madam Web. My reaction, my thoughts, any thoughts of your own, and if there's anything else you'd like me to comment on or whatnot. And as always, thanks for watching and bearing with me.